Finally, cause of dead fishes in Niger Delta region found. For some months now, dead fishes are found floating and hanging on seashores in the Niger Delta region. Lots of questions has been asked concerning the cause of the dead fishes. Several agencies have been carrying out investigations to know the reason behind it. Since then, no one was able to come up with a concrete reason behind it. Below is distinguished comrade Akin DC, a youth leader from the oil-rich region of the Niger Delta, who dared to make a difference. He took his time to investigate the reasons why fishes are dying on the shoreline, and this is what he found. The dying fishes are caused by SPDC pouring hazardous chemicals into our sea through their waste disposal line in Odimodi for Kado's terminal. Yesterday, he was invited to the Senate of Federal Republic of Nigeria for a public hearing on the issue. Guess what? He did justice to the topic. That most senators from the region had to give him handshake. This is how advocacy should go in the 21st century. Mr. Akin DC, you have made NDU Geology Department proud. Keep being our ambassador and the people you represent as the Odimodi Youth President. To your rising, there is no limit. What's your take on this, my viewers? Because this young man has really made a difference. Thank you for listening to this news. My viewers, there is no doubt in what the young man have said, because normally an oil-rich country, an oil-rich state like Delta State, a state that is covered with oil and anything that has to do with oil, you understand, crude oil, diesel, or whatever, you understand, those kind of communities are bound to experience water pollution, of which will later cause death of many animals like the fish in the river and all of that. You understand? In fact, this particular problem is very, very common. It's very, very common in a oil-rich states. So states that has so much oil are bound to experience things of this kind, but then it should not be this massive, and that's the reason why they need to be very careful with the way this oil is being released. You understand? They can be controlled. It's only when they want to practice their devilish and trickish plan, that is when they end up opening it carelessly. Unlike when they want to vandalize and then steal oil, that is when they end up committing this error. You understand? And also those people in that department in Delta State really need to be very careful. They really need to do something about it, okay? At least for the people, for the safety and for the sake of people working, people trading in the fish line. You understand? So that they will not end up taking a poisonous fish to the market for people to buy. You know what that can cause. You know what that can cause. To God be the glory that this young man was intelligent enough and smart enough to detect this fact and was able to defend it before the Senate. You see, this is what we are talking about. These are the kind of people that are supposed to be taken to uh, to the Minister of Agric. These are the people that are supposed to occupy sensitive positions in the Minister of Agric. Okay, now he has been called up and he has been asked one or two questions about it, and he has been able to defend that. Instead of them to get hold of him and you and take him as a material to help in that department, they have just allowed him to go. You see, but their own children that has nothing upstairs, they give their own children sensitive positions, allowing Nigerians with key knowledge to just die off with their knowledge. You see what we're saying? So we are not helping matters in this country. We are not helping matters one bit. We're not helping matters. We just mess up with people's IQ, people's future. In fact, we are not encouraging. We are not encouraging, especially the Nigerian government. The Nigerian governments are not encouraging. They don't help the masses. They don't help the youth. They don't assist them to get themselves discovered. They only know of themselves and their family and what their family need, which is very, very wrong. It's completely wrong. Right? When this kind of person is detected, what is expected? What is expected? What is expected is to get hold of this person and use this person immediately. Utilize this person, because you know that this person is a material. This person is useful, so utilize him. Use him for that purpose. Don't let him go. See how they have allowed this young man to go now. You invited him to the Senate to prove himself, and he proved himself, and now you are just allowing him to go. And to our Nigerians, education is the key. Education is the key. This is why it is said that when a child is sent to school, that child is to go to that school and learn properly, learn what learn why learn very well, and focus on the reason why he or she was sent to school. You understand? But nowadays, our youth no longer pay attention to studies. They no longer pay attention to studies. They only pay attention to anomalies, things that are not necessary. Things that are not necessary. That's what they pay attention to. You understand? So it is very, very wrong, completely wrong. Let us learn to do what is right. Let us learn to follow the right trend. Let's follow the right trend. You understand? Because time is not by our side. This country needs to move away from the level it is now. We're supposed to be in another level, and not the level that we are now. You understand? We are still in a developing country, which is not supposed to be so. We're supposed to have grown higher than this, but yet we are still crawling, struggling as a developing country, which is not supposed to be so. We're supposed to have grown more than this. You get it? So, my viewers, I don't know if I've actually made sense in what I've said, but please, your comments concerning this are very, very, very important. Don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell button.